Bobby Miller coming of age today?
Man, that was, he keeps getting better. Keeps getting better. I thought Will did a fantastic job with the fingers, and then you look at Bobby, the execution was great from the start. Breaking ball secondary, all good, fastball, command location, usage of it was fantastic. And yeah, to get him through that seventh inning was another step for us, for him. And we needed it today, and he came up with it.
When you look at the way he did it, it seemed like he was very aggressive with his fastball. He wasn't intimidated by that lineup.
No, you know, there was some conviction with the fastball, that understanding, believing when the time is right to throw the fastball, to throw it over the plate with conviction. It had life to it. There's a lot of swing and misses with the fastball, some miss hits, and you know, he attacked those guys differently each time, which speaks to, you know, his repertoire.
In both these series you guys have played, has it felt like with how good the offenses are, it's just whichever team has somebody pitching like Bobby was today, and you can kind of line up the run prevention side of things, that could be the difference?
I think so, yeah. You know, if the guys that are taking them out or throwing the baseball the way they're capable of, it's hard to put hits together, let alone runs. You know, I think that was apparent this series, and you know, for us, we were able to scratch a couple runs and line up the guys in the pen. And Shelby was big this series, and all of our guys have been. So it was really good to you know, finish out the game today that we needed, with having Evan and a couple other guys down today.
How much was this?
Yeah, he should be fine. Obviously, we got tomorrow off. It was something with his shoulder. So we'll see how he comes in on Tuesday, but I don't think it's an IL situation.
We should on that swing
He
before.
took him
Yeah.
last one, yeah.
How much does a start like that against that opponent sort of shift how you sort of view Bobby's role going forward, especially for October, sort of how far he doesn't go?
Yeah, I mean, he's got, you know, what, 4 or 5 more starts, and we're continuing to gather information, but, you know, he's put himself right there in the front of the conversation as far as starting a playoff game, and he's earning it. So,
Could he work his way?
what's that?
Could he work his way into being the number 1 starter in postseason?
That, you know, that I don't know. I think that, you know, all these games are important, but I would have thought that at the beginning of the season. So to be a part of that conversation right now speaks to how well we trust him and what he's doing on the field when he takes his starts.
Did he work his way to kind of having the leash, not only start in potential playoff game, but go deep, kind of the 6th?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's all, you know, I think a lot of times it's player dictating. I think that, you know, you go out there and throw the baseball well and get some swing and misses and your stuff holds, it makes sense to give a guy more leash. And if it doesn't look that way, then you could argue that someone might be a better option. But, you know, the way he's throwing the baseball, it's hard to, you know, see too many guys in any particular time that are a better option than him when he's throwing the baseball well.
Considering the last 3 games and being a rookie, the opponent, can you talk about the magnitude of what he accomplished today?
I just don't think that we're learning more, and you learn from players by playing them and seeing how they respond to certain situations, certain teams. And he was unfazed today by the opponent, by the desire for us to win a baseball game and to salvage a series. I think he felt it, but was unfazed by it. And the more he's out there, he's going to have different tests. And so, like I said, I can't give him higher praise.
You said before the game that you believe Miguel Rojas was going to come up big for you guys in October. Today he came up with a pretty big hit. How important is that bottom of the order to set up Mookie and Freddie?
It's huge. I think that the bottom of the order and understanding what that part of the order means and when to take walks, when to hit behind the runner, things like that. James Almond has done a fantastic job. And then Miguel is really understanding, you know, the value in his role there. And if he can hit behind runners, take walks when needed, get a hit with guys in scoring position with 2 outs, you know, those are huge things, and especially to turn that lineup over. And he did that today.
Dave, James had a late RBI, and I know you were asked about the rookies before the game, but how important is it when you look at Bobby and you look at James for those guys to be as comfortable as possible in October?
It's, I think that's why, we're trying to give them as many opportunities to, you can't replicate postseason baseball if you haven't been there, the emotions. But what you can do is give them as many opportunities and meaningful games in the regular season and bet on them in the postseason. So I think that James is doing everything he can to manage emotions, prepare, and stay focused. And Bobby's doing the same thing. So I really don't think that, there's one formula, whether it's experience, whether it's talent. There's young players that come in and perform well, and there's veteran players that do so. And conversely, there's young players that the moment's too big, and there's veteran players that don't perform in the postseason. So we just got to run them out there and bet that they're the right option for us.
Evan just down because of the up-down yesterday.
Yeah, Evan was down because of the up-down, and he'll be ready to go on Tuesday.
Did you say it was the left shoulder for once?
I think it was his left shoulder, yeah.
Dave, ball bounces differently. You guys split this series and it's not 3-4. Does that make a difference for you guys if you split it, or either way, you guys know you can compete?
I don't think it matters in the big picture. Certainly, if you look at the games closely, it could have went. We could have split with them. We almost stole that first one, but we certainly could have split. But I don't think that the guys in that room really care. It was still good to not lose 4 to that team over there, but I think right now we just happen to win a game and get to this off day and get ready for the Marlins.